In this episode, we're exploring the Hudson River State Hospital, a former psychiatric hospital which operated on nearly 300 acres of land for over 100 years until its eventual closure in 2003. Built in 1868, this massive campus was well known for its main building, the Kirkbride, which was built in the style of high Victorian Gothic architecture. Originally named the Hudson River State Hospital for the insane in 1871, the hospital would go way over schedule and budget, and it took another 25 years for full construction of the campus to be completed. Currently, many of the buildings on the grounds have been demolished, but the main building, the Kirkbride, as well as the male and female patient wings, remain standing in a state of disrepair. Since its closure, multiple fires have destroyed a large portion of the campus, including a lightning strike in 2007 that torched much of the male wing. Today, we will attempt to cover as much of the crumbling campus as possible, including the old morgue hidden in plain sight. Let's explore. How bad? Really bad.
Oh. Yeah. Wait, we can't go anywhere.
Are we stuck in this entrance? Or does it go down?
No, we're not going down here. Yeah.
Alright, so we have to go around a different way then. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Luke Explores. Ian and I today are at the Hudson Valley State Hospital. And Ian, do you want to just tell everyone before I show them kind of like what we're looking at?
So basically right now we're looking at a building that was built pretty crappily, I would say, is the best adjective I can use.
So this is kind of what we have to navigate through for most of the buildings. Basically, there's two main wards in this place, and then there's this main building in the middle, which should have some of the cooler stuff. It's the more put together building. We have to navigate through this first. So it's really dangerous. We've been warned by multiple people almost not to come here. But we're here, so we're going to go for it.
You're standing on a couple bricks.
Let's just, we literally have been in here for 30 seconds, and we can't even get to the next room without traversing.
Have you shown them up yet?
Yeah. No, I haven't actually shown them up. Look at that. So I don't really think...
That is 1, 2, 3 floors.
3 floors.
That's gone. And then like 1 or 2 below us, that is where all of the debris is.
And even behind me, I can't even see what I'm filming because I have to turn around so much, but look at this. Nothing is in one piece. Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, ew.
Yep, yeah, you can trust it. All right, now, yeah. Can't even get around anywhere.
There's not many places to go.
Washer and dryer room. All right, what are you seeing over here? Is this a bathroom? Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Looks like it.
Oh yeah.
At least they had a nice view when they were, doing their business.
Look at these hallways though.
There's not much left though.
So this was also a psychiatric hospital, and it's huge, massive. I don't know the exact size of it, but like I said in the beginning, there's 2 wards, and the wards individually are like, again, I'll put the dimensions up if I can find them, but like we can't even get from side to side. This right here is the hallway that's completely left. There were 2 huge fires here, and I think that a couple of them were actually recent. At least one of the bigger ones was. So we're gonna go around the other side because we can't really maneuver through here, and there's also not that much left in the buildings. Alright, keep your head up because this is where security could be. That's not even the main building. Holy. Are you standing on your rock? Your rock throne? Meet Ian, king of the castle. Everything is so wide open. A, it's really easy for us to be seen if anyone were to come by. But B, it's also really hard to tell what any of this stuff would have looked like. And I'm actually not sure how long ago the fires were that put it in this state of disrepair. But this is crazy. Forest Haven had chair number 17, making this place chair number 18. This is the 18th straight Luke Explorer's chair. The streak is back up and running. I think beforehand it was almost at 20. So ever since I started counting, we had to reset only once. And this is chair number 18. These hallways are completely in ruin, but I do think we might be able to get up the stairwell. So we're going to try that, but we're not sure what the damage is looking like on these upper floors. There's a couple videos on this place, like on YouTube, that actually show a pretty good perspective of it, but it's so big and a lot of it looks the same. So like we're not really sure which part is which. Even the proper people were here, and I was trying to look at their video to kind of make a correlation. You can't really tell. And this thing is just absolutely battered, but it makes for a good photo shoot. So Ian's having the time of his life over there. Fly, pig, fly. So you can see a bunch of construction equipment out there, and I think that they've started doing some renovations on the main building, which you can't even see yet. So we're keeping our eye out because we think if anyone were to come, they would kind of bounce around out here, and that's what we've been told too. Mind the gap. I'm gonna go through this little gap. gonna do my best to show you guys. This is how high up we are. I'm trying to grip the camera and also stop my legs from shaking because we're really high. It's like 4 stories. Alright guys, so we just met up with another explorer completely randomly. His name is Manly.urbex, and he just gave us some info on this place, what security does, where they're usually at, and some info on how to get into some of the buildings. So we're going to try to link up with him again at some point, but they're doing an Easter egg hunt here. So if we find like some random Easter eggs, we're going to, well, you want to take them? I want a chocolate or something.
Yeah.
So we'll get ourselves a treat, but we did just see a black security car drive by. And apparently they don't really call the cops, but they have been sketchy lately. So we're going to do our best to avoid them, but it kind of scared the crap out of us. So we're going to keep going, but it's pretty cool because this dude just randomly came up here and kind of knew who we were. So let's keep going. Let's do it. He's right there. Hello, Manly.urbex. You guys should go check him out. Mind the gap. It's like a death drop. Alright, the inside of this corridor is just as bad. And it's just as bad over there. And there's this pipeline that's running across. But I don't really think it's worth it, again, to go on this side. This entire side of the ward, whether it's the male or the female side, is pretty much completely in ruin. So we've been in one ward, one side of this whole place, out of 3 parts basically, maybe even 4 if you count the middle part and the morgue. And we've been in one part of the building for about 5 minutes, and then we've been on the roof, and we met this other guy, and we saw security. So it's been an eventful 30 minutes to an hour so far, but we're ready to get into a building because we want to see what's left in here, if there's anything at all. We're going to see what this is all about. Climb up on this chair. Holy. There's no names on any of this stuff to tell what it is. Like, what do you think this was?
Electroshock therapy?
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I mean, I see that. It looks like an electricity reading, right? Oh, it's a smoker? Like a
yeah, it gives
thing?
There's a temperature read. And this is like a partition. I can't tell, like, what was that? This potentially looks like an IV drip. It's very hard to tell. Oh, Ian. Easter egg.
No way.
Easter egg.
What's in it?
Let's see. Want to open it up?
I'll open it up. Ready?
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Chocolate.
1 chocolate. Isn't that what I said I
Robo.
wanted to eat?
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
Then we'll put this back and
Happy hunting, guys.
fun.
Set up and everything.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good?
All right, guys, so we just met up with Remo FPV,
Yo,
and
what's up?
we actually heard his drone crash, and we walked out there, and we ran into a dude a little while ago. Were you with another guy?
No,
or
I
you
was
by
actually here by
yourself?
myself.
Yeah, it's his first time here as well,
sir.
and we were like, what if it's the same guy? Because we saw security drive by here.
The black
and,
truck?
Yeah, and they were here a little earlier,
Yeah,
and then
same.
we just saw this guy just walk up, and like he was just telling us about this place. So
Oh, word,
there's
yeah.
more than one
It's a
person
homie.
here, and he's going to show us how he flies this
Yeah,
thing.
FPV, baby. We're going to fly this around a little bit, try not to get caught, and then dip out of here.
Let's see it. Little promo. Let's go for it.
Let's go. Oh, so it's stick like that. Yeah. See, like, I want to cruise around all these buildings, but I don't want to fucking lose my drone if I want to go in.
No, you definitely would lose it if you
I
flew it
know.
in there, 100%.
It's so scraggly over here, dude. But, like, Like, we love to play around with this sorts of shit. All these gaps around here, dude. Oh, this is so dope. This is probably gonna be like one of the few packs that's ever flown here. I'm gonna tell my buddies to come back, but I feel like you hear how loud this shit is, right?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Gonna come over here. So
Maybe, but also I feel like sound probably carries back here. So
true, bro. True. So true. Let me come back in. I don't even know if I got my camera on. I just wanted to make sure that shit was good. This shit is
that's
so
awesome,
fun,
man.
Like y'all should definitely try it. Like it takes a little bit to get into it, but once you kind of get the hang of it, that shit is mad fun, bro.
Let's see if this corridor leads anywhere. Huh. This mirror is still intact. That's kind of surprising. Oh, what do you know? Right back out.
Wow.
That is crazy. I'm surprised all the wood didn't burn. Like, look how much that is wood.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Bunch of kitchen supplies in here. Look at all the cabinets. If I can get up close, there's a sewing machine. Is this a printer? Or a typewriter? It's definitely got to be it's a printer. Memory maker. Or is it a typewriter? It looks like it prints stuff. All right, so the rooms back here are completely collapsed.
Okay.
So I don't think we're going that way. Let's see if there's anything. Let's see.
Not that way.
Yeah, not this way either. All right, so back out the original way. They sus?
A little bit, but... Bro, there's nothing but broken toilets in this room.
Bathrooms?
I think it was.
Doesn't smell great in here.
I don't think we should
Yeah.
be walking around out here.
So Ian forgot / on purpose didn't bring a backpack. So can I just show him the inside of your your camera bag?
I got the necessities. Gatorade, protein bar, water,
Gummy bears. We're in the middle courtyard now, and if I turn the camera, that's the main building that you see in the center, the main Gothic looking building. It's in the best shape out of all of these. And we're going to be quiet now because security, we saw them drive through here. We're going to go check out the main one. It's the riskiest one. We're not even sure if we can get in it, but we always find a way in.
We'll
So
get in.
yeah, we're going to do our
We'll get
best.
in.
So main building, main Gothic building now. Being extra quiet right now because the main gate is right there, so we're afraid if security's gonna come in, they might see us or hear us from there. And there are lights on in this main building, but we're gonna try our best to get in. But if it's really that locked up and if there's lights on, there's a chance we might not be able to get in. But in terms of a Gothic asylum, like, it does not get much more rustic and authentic than this. And this building is honestly in decent shape for what the whole place was portrayed to be. But there's not many places like this left in the world. This is definitely a relic. bet this was the key room. You can see golf course. I don't really know what the rest of this is, but oh, the residency's safety. This is probably where they kept the keys. Or the mail. Oh yeah, postage due, definitely the mail. Here's the other side of the mail room. Now it makes more sense. Oh yeah, definitely mail room.
I don't know how much I like the floor now. Let's see. Oh my fuck.
Holy crap.
Yeah, see, but you gotta be really careful.
Yeah, you can see where they've been working on it though. See the electrical lines?
Yeah. Smoke detector. Looks like the fire.
Wow.
Safe?
Think we can get in?
I don't know.
These light fixtures.
You can get into the safe.
Can you?
Yeah.
Is there anything in the safe?
Uh,
Doesn't look like it.
there was, probably.
And right back out the other side. So continuing the trend of there being power in places that I've been exploring lately, this is like the 4th or 5th place literally in the last couple months after never seeing a place with power that has power. Obviously this is all newer electrical work. We saw the electricity lines on the way in, but it's weird that there's just a few lights that are working. My lungs started bothering me, so I'm gonna put on a mask. This is all newer in here. They've been doing a lot of work. They have a whole bunch of, besides the electrical work, they've got a whole bunch of new windows and a bunch of door frames. So they've obviously been in here lately, which we did not know that prior to coming in here. But there's not much left on this first floor, but it does still have that Gothic look. And we're excited to see if, when we go up a floor or two, if there's anything in here that may have been here from the original floor plans. So we'll see. Oh wow.
There's a bunch more.
The floor plans?
Or something. Maybe what's supposed to replace it?
But look at it, it's dated 2020, so it's 4 years old.
Yeah, but...
All this shit says toxic on it too. And they're full, so.
yeah. Well, it's cleaner. It's probably like bleach and stuff in it. By the way, these stairs don't look like they're in a great shape, so...
No. But there's not any holes in them though, which kind of gives me hope.
Yeah, well, yet. It's probably, people probably see that they're all wood and they're like, yeah, let's go take the stuff, the cement ones.
So there's this floor, 2 more is on the attic. This is more of the natural decay that we're kind of looking for. Look at these arches. And a Gothic bathtub. We love bathtubs. I wanted to come in here because I saw this fireplace. Look how small it is. It doesn't even look like there's a vent. Check this room out. These lights are actually hanging by a thread, especially this one. More lights on over here. Careful of the floors. You can see right there. Not in great shape. So this main building is pretty much untouched for the most part. They've been doing a lot of work in this building, so I'm assuming for the most part, especially over the last couple of years, the only people that have been in here are probably workers. We found floor plans, but they said 2020 on them. So there's definitely lights in here, so you can tell that obviously it's been way less than 4 years since they've been in here. But if you just look at how this thing is set up, I feel like the workers would kind of know something was up if people were just setting up stuff like this. So probably assuming they know people come in here, but this is set up for a king or a queen.
There's security right there. I don't think he can see us, but he's sitting right in front of the building. Yeah, he's in the car. His lights are on. He's stopped, but he might just sit there.
He's driving out. He must have just finished his rounds. He's all the way down there. These stairs are just made of stone. They're not quite as majestic. They're still not very safe to walk on, though. Ooh. Elevator. That's for the elevator?
Yep. Those are all the old fuses.
So intricate.
Yeah.
A lot more electrical up here. It's hard to even know what to really say in a place like this. Like, it's one of those places that doesn't feel real. You know, Ghost Town in the Sky, the Radar Base in Vermont, a couple other places that I haven't exactly edited or posted yet that will be coming in the near future, so wink wink. But this is just one place that really just does not feel real. Like, it feels like a combination of Harry Potter and like even Star Wars almost. It's like that majestic. And I use those references. I think Harry Potter really fits in this one. I've used Harry Potter multiple times, but like just something completely out of this universe. Obviously, in this main building, we knew that they were doing a lot of construction. We didn't really realize how much was already being done, but it looks like they honestly started working like a year or two ago and then stopped doing work here. So we're interested to know like how recent the floor plans and everything are, because they said like 2020 on it. But this Gothic Asylum feeling, I don't know what year this thing was made in. Should have done a little more research on that, but in post-production we'll definitely take a look at that. Oh, Ian, how are you feeling?
Good, just getting some water.
I'm gonna hold it for you. A gummy bear?
Yeah, I think I'm getting the gummy bears
Let's
out.
get a gummy bear out. Yum yum gummy bear.
They're so good, man.
Oh yeah.
Look at these.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Shout out Haribo.
We could use a sponsor.
For real.
Look at the decay. All natural. Really not a lot of graffiti. That's what we like to see.
It is actually really nice that this place clearly hasn't been
Touched as
vandalized
badly.
and destroyed. You know, it's all natural. Like, yeah, there were some accidents here for sure, but okay, so we're not getting out here.
Oh yeah. All right. Back out we go.
It feels so
nice outside.
I know. It's really bright though. There is
Perfect
not a
temperature.
cloud
And
in the
look at-
sky.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Perfect day. Looks like this one connects all the way up to there.
Yes, we can do.
Hopefully, oh my god, and into that.
So we can do this building, this one, and this one without having to leave, I think. Dude, look at this. So we found ourselves in this corridor, which isn't in great shape. But there's some pretty cool stuff. Like, I don't know what this is. I don't know if you saw behind you, but whatever this is really cool. Guys, this is, Ian did not come prepared.
I did not.
It's a whole
How did you
fit
get
check.
down?
I just kind of jumped, but be careful because there's a hole right there.
This is not good. Okay.
I can already see the caption being Ian struggling. Look at the stained glass windows. I feel like we're in a church. Are those books up against the...
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The American Journal of Psychiatry.
Easter egg.
Really? Oh yeah. There's a bunch of empty Easter eggs.
Oh. It's too bad we already completed the chair challenge because this should totally be the chair that represents this place. Look at the condition of this room.
Walk along it and don't look down.
Okay.
Just walk straight. Go, keep going. You're good. Don't step there. Step over here. Yep. And then put your foot in here.
Whoa. Holy. What?
Yeah.
So I think that the wing that we're in now is probably in the best condition out of this whole place. We already found what looks to be like a little library, and then whatever this room is looks like a main access hallway. So we're kind of excited to see what we're going to find in here because we already found some medical equipment and a whole bunch of other things. But for the most part, the main building was pretty empty, and that was a bit of a surprise to us. So one thing that Ian just pointed out is the amount of light bulbs. If you look on the ground, there's probably 1,000, if not more. Actually, yeah, they go all the way down there. So they needed a lot of light bulbs, didn't they?
Yeah. I'd say so.
So really random looking dishwasher.
At least this place is wheelchair accessible.
It's kind of wheelchair accessible, except like what happens if they fall through? Like what are they gonna do?
See the city. I don't know.
Dining room? Wow.
Think about it. All the windows, tables all over the place. What, like, this age dining room doesn't have a giant clock on the wall?
Yeah. at the old street lamps.
Imagine what this place used to look like.
There's not even very many pictures
Probably
before
with
the
a
fire.
Photoshop, you could take a photo right here and like just make it look like what it used to look like.
Can it do that, you think? Or at least take its best
Yeah,
crack at
100%.
it?
You know what? I'll try it. I'm gonna do it with the AI though, not myself.
Guys, if it looks good, I'll throw the photo in over this. So there's a door here, up here. See?
Hey.
Whoa!
Ready?
What?
Get jump scared by the dog.
What do you think? If it's a pit bull, it's not gonna come up scared. Or it would come up, you know what I mean? Not be scared.
Come here, puppy. Come here.
This is the most confusing phenomenon. Are these like... I think this was for like individual body parts, dude. Like these bags. Like, what is this? There's like pills in here. Yeah. Here's the other side, the morgue. So if we come in here, I mean, I don't know if you know any of this stuff, but it's all just cleaning supplies and
Formaldehyde, probably
Yeah.
somewhere.
look at all this. Dry imaging, what is this? Roll-on antiperspirant deodorant, that is crazy.
Oh, this is one of the things where you put the blood, like the blood tubes in.
Yeah.
And it spins it to like, so they can analyze like the cell count of like, I don't know exactly what you can get out of that, but I'm pretty sure it's like, so you can get like the red and white blood cell count and stuff like that. Plasma count.
Look at this really old retro phone. It doesn't look like anyone's been in here like at all.
Yeah.
Look at, dude. Oh my goodness, that's what they would wear. Oh. That is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Not really sure what this was.
So, welcome back. There's no Lily anymore. And basically what happened was the nice guy that we met right at the beginning of the episode, the first guy we met, we'll put his name up right here so you guys can go check him out. Super nice dude. He's the one who, you know, gave us some tips about the security and everything. Turns out Lily was his dog. He was keeping her in there for like safekeeping to make sure she didn't, you know, get away and hurt herself or anything. Makes complete sense, but he didn't tell us about it. We had no idea, you know, there was no way for us to know. We tried to call the numbers and everything. His phone was dead, so, you know, it's just big misunderstanding, quite unfortunate, but he was super chill about it. Well, kind of ran into him, if you want to say.
Yeah, so
at the end.
I'll take it from here.
Yeah.
So we left the morgue, and as we pointed out, we saw the security truck, and basically we kind of hucked shit out of there, to say the least, and started running, and all of a sudden we heard someone screaming, and it sounded like two voices, which ended up being two voices, and they were yelling, they were running after us. I'm surprised it took them that long to catch up to us, to be completely honest, because like we were almost out of there, but the guy and someone that he was with came up to us and said that Lily was his dog. However, he did know Lily's name, like without even saying anything.
Yeah.
So that's how we know it is his dog. He said that he was leaving her in the morgue. Don't really know why, because I feel like that's a pretty gross place to leave your dog. But hey, I mean, at least we found the actual owner. Yeah, safer than anywhere else. It was padlocked shut, so honestly, it's a pretty good place to keep the dog in. But she's safe. Lily is safe. Lily was not abandoned, and we're gonna get out of here now. We pretty much saw everything there is to see. There was one or two other like boarded up buildings that we couldn't really get into, but for the most part, we saw everything. So we hope you guys enjoyed this exploration of the Hudson State Hospital. And there's not gonna be much more time until this thing is completely gone, but this is gonna be it. Usually I wouldn't do a big outro like this, but I feel like it's pretty important to point out the fact that this dog was not abandoned. So Lily, we're sorry, but also we know we did the right thing, because if we had just left the dog in there and the dog died, I would not have left here in good conscience knowing that we would have left the dog alone. So that is going to be it for this Explorer, and what a crazy Explorer was. So I will see you guys very, very soon. Enjoy.